In the news this week, David Cameron returns as Prime Minister as the Conservatives win a narrow majority, the judgment on Asher's Baking Company's case is postponed, and Ofsted are accused of misleading Parliament over inappropriate questioning. Hello, and welcome to this week's news bulletin from the Christian Institute. We start with the general election. The votes have been counted, and the Conservative Party has secured a small majority. A hung Parliament had been widely expected after an election billed as the closest and most unpredictable for generations. The Christian Institute has urged Christians to pray that our new government will rule justly and that MPs across all parties will seek the public's good as God intends. Director Colin Hart said, "I know that many thousands of Christians will be praying about this, and rightly so. The Bible tells us in 1 Timothy chapter 2 to pray for our government, whoever is in charge. It tells us to pray that we would be allowed the freedom to live godly lives and have liberty to share the gospel." Judgment on the Asher's Baking Company case will now be given on Tuesday the 19th of May, after being rescheduled by the court. A decision on the Equality Commission for Northern Ireland's case against the Christian-run bakery had originally been listed for yesterday. The Commission claims that Asher's broke discrimination laws by declining to decorate a pro-gay marriage campaign cake. In March, District Judge Isabel Brownlee heard the case, which attracted widespread media attention over 3 days at Belfast County Court. Asher's is being given legal support by the Christian Institute's Legal Defence Fund. Ofsted has been accused of misleading Parliament over an investigation into complaints from parents at Christian schools. During inspections at the Durham Free School and Grindon Hall Christian School in Sunderland, children faced intrusive questioning by inspectors. Parents said they were appalled at the conduct of inspectors, but Ofsted Chief Sir Michael Wilshaw told the Education Select Committee he had thoroughly investigated the claims and found them to be false. However, following a Freedom of Information request, Ofsted revealed that none of the pupils, parents or staff who had complained were interviewed before or after Sir Michael's comments to Parliament. Spokesman for the Christian Institute, Simon Calvert, said the Freedom of Information request revealed the inadequacy of Ofsted's investigation.
Misleading Parliament by saying that there had been a thorough investigation into the complaints made by the children and the parents is very serious. It's very clear from this Freedom of Information request that the inquiry, as it was called, was actually wholly inadequate. It was superficial, it failed to speak to those actually making the complaints, it didn't meet even the lowest bar for an impartial inquiry. I'd be very surprised if the members of the Education Select Committee and the Secretary of State didn't revisit this matter urgently after the election.
Ofsted rejected the claim of misleading Parliament and said it stood by its investigation. The Durham Free School has now been closed following the inspection, but Grindon Hall School remains open. And finally, ahead of a referendum on same-sex marriage later this month, the leader of the Roman Catholic Church in Ireland has said people should not be scared to speak up for traditional marriage. In a statement, Archbishop Eamon Martin warned against removing the unique nature of marriage as a union between a man and a woman. It is in the best interest of children and of society to promote and protect the model of children being born and raised in a family with their biological parents. Mothers and Fathers Matter, a group opposed to the redefinition of marriage in Ireland, has highlighted the intimidation tactics used by gay marriage activists in a video. It urges people to make up their own minds after posters for the No campaign were torn down by Yes supporters. The Law Society of Ireland has announced that it backs same-sex marriage, claiming that it is a fundamental human right. However, the Bar Council, which represents barristers, is not advocating a vote either way. The referendum on redefining marriage in Ireland takes place on the 22nd of May. Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.